Good morning, children. Welcome back once again in class 12th biology. Children, in a previous video, we have discussed about the monohybrid cross. Now, in this video, we will discuss about the Mendel laws of inheritance and dihybrid cross. Okay, so as I told you, after monohybrid cross, the Mendel has explained the two laws of inheritance, that is first law of dominance and second, that is law of segregation. Okay, children, actually Mendel dies without getting any recognition of his work. Yes, I repeat once again, Mendel dies without getting any recognition of his work. Okay, he has put it some mathematical formulas and the technology is not there at that time. Okay, microscope is not there, many conditions that are not familiar with the Mendel. So Mendel again and again want to prove himself, but due to the lack of technologies, the Mendel are failed to prove the law of dominance and law of segregation and the law of independent assortment. But later, the three scientists, that name is Hugo de Vries from Holland, Karl Correns from Germany, and Erich von Schirmacher from Australia, in 1901 rediscovered the Mendel laws of inheritance. They have not proposed the law of inheritance, actually they have rediscovered the Mendel law of inheritance. Okay, that was proposed by the Mendel. These laws are first, that is law of dominance. It is known as the first law of inheritance, in which Mendel said that only dominant factor show their effect in the presence of recessive factor in F1 generation. As we have seen in the monohybrid cross, all plants are tall in F1 generation. So Mendel have proved that in F1 generation only the dominant factor show their effect. Okay, not the recessive. Okay, this is the first law of inheritance. See here once again, this law states that when two alternative form of a trait or character are present in an organism, only one factor express itself in F1 generation and is called dominant, while the other factor remains masked is called recessive. Okay, so dominant factor show their effect in F1 generation and recessive will remain masked. Okay, this is the first law of the Mendel, and this law is known as the law of dominance. Okay, and this law we can easily see in the monohybrid cross. In monohybrid cross, in F1 generation, only the dominant factor show their effect. That's why in F1 generation all plants are tall. Okay. Now second, the second law of the inheritance is law of segregation. Okay, law of segregation, that is second law of the Mendel. In this law, the Mendel proved that the two factor or allele segregate from each other during gamete formation. Okay, during gamete formation, I am showing a picture in front of you. You can see there. So during gamete formation, only one allele can take part. Okay, one allele can take part during gamete formation, and they do not show any blending, that is mixing. They will not mix with each other. Okay, and only one of the allele can take part during gamete formation. Okay, this is called law of segregation. Okay, see once again here, law of segregation. This law states that the factor or allele of a pair segregate or separate from each other during gamete formation such that gamete receive only one of the two factor. Okay, means only one factor received by the gamete. They do not show any blending, means they will not show any mixing. This is the second law of inheritance. Okay, and is called law of segregation. Okay children, clear about this? Now after these two laws, the Mendel performed the dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross, that is the cross between two plants with respect to two contrasting character, is called dihybrid. Di means two. Okay, and hybrid, that is hybridization. So regarding two character, the Mendel performed the dihybrid cross, and these two character are, number one, shape. Number one, that is shape. Okay, number two, that is color. So regarding these two character, the Mendel performed the dihybrid cross. Okay, see here in dihybrid cross what the Mendel observed. In dihybrid you can see that parents are there. In parents two character are there. The one seed, that is round yellow seed, and another, that is wrinkle green seed. Okay, the two seeds are there. One is round yellow and another, that is wrinkle green. Okay, the both the seeds are hybridized together. The round seed is denoted by the capital R, and the wrinkle green seed is denoted by the small r. Okay, so the capital R and capital Y, that is dominant factor, and the small r, small y, that is recessive factor. Okay, after that gametes are formed according to the second law of the Mendel. So during gamete formation, only one can take part. Okay, so one from the capital R and one from the capital Y. Same like here, one from the small r and one from the small y. So after that, cross pollination occur there and F1 generation is formed. Okay, in F1 generation you can see there capital R, small r, and capital Y, small y. So in this you can easily observe that one capital R and one capital Y is there. So that means the dominant character show their effect, not the recessive character. Okay, so only the dominant factor are showing here, because the recessive factor does not show their effect in the presence of dominant in F1 generation. So that's why all seeds are round yellow here. Okay, all seeds are the round yellow. Okay, clear? So in F1 generation, according to the first law of Mendel, only the dominant factors show their effect and recessive will remain masked. Okay. After that, to obtain the second filial generation, the Mendel performed the self-pollination between these two plants. Okay, capital R, capital Y, small y. The two plant will again take by the Mendel of the F1 generation. Now see here, it is the gametes of the female and it is the gametes of the male. Okay, so when you learn about this dihybrid cross, you do same like this. Okay, make a square like that and put it the gametes. First of all, make 4 column. Okay, then on the first column write capital R, capital Y, same like here, capital R, capital Y in the first column, and the last column you write small r, small y, and same like here, small r, small y. Okay, then after that mix, you can write there like small r, capital Y, capital R, small y. These are the gametes. You can write of the male and female. Small r, capital Y, capital R, small y. Okay, children, after writing these gametes in front of the square, you can do like that. You can self pollination. How can you perform there? Means you can mix both the gametes, like I'm giving example to you here. This capital R, capital Y react with the capital R, capital Y. Okay, then after that, one second. Okay, first of all, this capital R, capital Y react to this capital R, capital Y. Okay, so you can see there capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Okay, then this capital R, capital Y react to this small r, small y. Okay, then they have written here like capital R, small r, and capital Y, capital Y. Okay, same like that, this capital R, capital Y react to the capital R, small y. Okay, like that. Then this also again react to small r, small y. Okay, same like this. After that, the second column, small r, small y, react to the capital R, capital Y first, then small r, small y second, then capital R, capital Y third, and last, that is small r, small y. Okay, same like that, this capital R, small y again react to these four, and after that this small r, y again react to these four. Okay, in this way you can easily learn the dihybrid cross experiment that Mendel observed in dihybrid experiment. Okay, see here, in F2 generation, children, Mendel also obtained the two types of ratio. The first one, that is phenotypic ratio, and second, that is genotypic ratio. Okay, the first one, that is phenotypic ratio, and second, that is genotypic ratio. In phenotypic ratio, as you know very well, we see the physical character, observable character, like we can easily find there. First of all, round yellow will see, then round green will see, then wrinkled yellow, then wrinkled green we will see. Okay, so we will count first of all the round yellow. 1, 2, actually it is not a color diagram. If you see the color diagram in NCERT, you can easily observe. Okay, So we'll count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. The 9 are the round yellow. Okay. Then round green, we'll see 1, 2, 3. These are the round green. Okay. Then after that wrinkled yellow, sorry. We'll see the wrinkled yellow. Okay. So wrinkled yellow is also 3. That is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So wrinkled yellow is 3. And in last we'll see the wrinkled green, that is only 1. Okay. Wrinkled green, that is only 1. Okay. So the phenotypic ratio in F2 generation of dihybrid cross is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Okay. This is the phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross in F2 generation. Okay. It is important regarding your exam. It may be asked the phenotypic ratio. Then after that we see the genotypic ratio. Children, in genotypic we see the condition of the alleles, homozygous and heterozygous. Okay. So the genotypic ratio, if you see the alleles here, okay, I'm giving homework to use, you find out the alleles. Okay, whether the homozygous or heterozygous. Then after that you can easily find the ratio, like 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4. Then 1 is to 2. After that 1 is to 2. Then 1. Okay. So I repeat once again, the genotypic ratio, that is 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 1. Okay. This is the genotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross in F2 generation. Okay children, clear about this? Any confusion? This is important regarding your exam, ratio. Okay. And in this way you can easily learn the dihybrid cross. Okay children, clear? So dihybrid, I repeat once again, regarding two contrasting character, like here the Mendel has chosen the shape, that is round and wrinkle, and the color, that is yellow and green. Okay. The two character they have taken in dihybrid cross and perform the experiment, that is dihybrid cross. And after dihybrid cross, the Mendel performed the third law of inheritance. The third law of inheritance, that is proposed by the Mendel after dihybrid cross. Okay. So see about the third law, that is law of independent assortment. Okay. Law of independent assortment. It is the third law of inheritance. So in this law, children, the two factor of each character, like round yellow or wrinkle green, okay, are assort or separate out independently. Means at the time of gamete formation, the two factor they will separate out. Okay. And they form the gamete. The alleles, they form the gamete, they separate out. Okay. And after that they get randomly rearranged in the offspring. Okay. After that in F1 generation क्या होता है, they rearrange. Okay. So children, we can say that the two factor they assort or separate out and get randomly rearranged in the offspring. Okay, this is the third law of the Mendel.